Hey y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Heyyy HR, and today I think it's super duper important to address that there is a difference between a layoff and being fired, terminated, separated, any of those words. I think people really think of them as the same things. Like, I'll get people to ask me questions like, oh no, I don't want to tell anybody I got laid off, and like there's this like shame, and I'm like, why? You didn't get fired, you got laid off. So there's a big difference. In this video we're going to talk about the difference between being laid off and being fired. So when you're laid off, the company has decided like they can no longer afford you. They can't afford your salary. They can't afford your benefits. They can't afford to have you. A lot of times with layoffs, the company doesn't even want to let you go. Honestly, they like to have all these people there. They're going to overwork some of your people that are left. They're going to lose talent that they've searched so hard for. They're losing money when they lose someone that's already with the organization. So it's something that the company has decided for you. It's not that you were a bad employee. It's not that you did anything wrong. The company just simply has decided, I can't afford X number of employees. Very, very insensitive, but it's almost like they think of you as like a dollar amount versus being a person. Not necessarily that it's like, oh my goodness, I'm laying Tamika off. It's, oh my goodness, I'm laying off X number of dollars, getting rid of X number of dollars. What is different about that with being fired is, being fired, they've decided you are no longer a fit for the organization. They've decided like, okay, we can absolutely afford this person, but we would rather pay someone else because this person is not doing the job the way that we need them to do the job. Most times they've already went through and like addressed conversations with you over time. Most times I always tell people, if you get fired, like it's scary if you didn't have any clue that it was coming. In my opinion. In most instances, you know it's coming. Layoffs, you don't really know it's coming. You got to pay attention to what's going on, but they're not going to make a big announcement to say, oh, we're laying you off, whatever day. So there's the biggest difference between being laid off and being fired. There's still more differences. So another is that the company determines your last working day. They decide like, okay, either I want to let this person go today, I want to let them go in 2 weeks, I want to let them go in a month, I want to let them go in 6 months, whatever. They decide what your last day is. Now that's very similar to being terminated where they're like, oh, okay, we're going to decide that today is your last day. But when you're fired, there's usually only one option, which is today. It's like an immediate thing. All layoffs aren't that way. There are some people that are laid off and stay employed for quite some time. There are some people that just work a few more weeks. There are some people that aren't even working but still being paid. When you are fired, your last day is usually immediately, and that is the last day that you're being paid as well. Now, another difference is that when you're laid off, the company gives back to you. They may give you COBRA benefits. They may give you extended time of pay. They may give you a payout amount. They may give you different benefits, like increased amount of benefits that they're giving you. But when you are fired, everything ends like your last day. There's some companies that will end benefits on the end of the month, or like they've signed an agreement with the insurance company that benefits would end the end of the month, but they're not making any extendencies or changing or extending it for you. It's like whatever our contract is, like even if you have resigned, it would have been no different. So normally there's nothing else given to you. There's no extra pay. They're not paying for COBRA. They're not letting you work for a period of time and still pay you. They're not letting you not work for a period of time and still pay you. Like usually your last day is the last day that you're being paid. Now the final, I won't say the final, but another thing is that whenever you are laid off, it's not surprising when a company like gives you a letter of recommendation. So with layoffs, it's kind of common, or I wouldn't say common, but it's not, there's a much higher chance that somebody's gonna write you a letter of recommendation or write a recommendation on your LinkedIn profile or put out a good word for you, or when a verification of employment is called for something personal you may have gotten, like buying a house, buying a car, getting a loan or whatever, then that company will not like say, this person was fired. They'll say they were laid off. We chose to lay them off. They were affected by a layoff. Versus if you are fired, they're not going to give you a recommendation. They're not going to write nice things on your LinkedIn profile. If someone calls for a verification of employment, they just may say that you're non-rehireable or not rehireable. And that's, in HR terms, the legal way of saying that was a bad employee. And typically, when you're fired, that's based on your performance or a bad situation that happened. Like, it's usually something that triggers you being fired. And it's usually something that you could have controlled. When there's a layoff, it's usually triggered by the company's finances or the company's goals. It's usually something that the company may or may not could have controlled. Most times they couldn't, but it's definitely not something that you can control. So when you're fired, it's mainly because you're being fired for a reason that, like, you could have controlled. You could have made better. You could have become a better employee. You could have showed up on time. You could have figured out how to do your job better. You could have used external resources. You could have adjusted your attitude. Versus when you're laid off, it's like the company is saying, I just can't afford to have this person anymore. So it's not usually anything that the employee themselves can control. So that was pretty easy, right? I just have been hearing people respond to those two things like as if they're the same, and they're not. They're not the same. So if you guys found value in this video, I am begging you to please hit the like button. That will definitely tell YouTube that I'm doing the right thing. If you know someone that can benefit from this video, please do me a huge favor and share this video with them. But I will definitely put the links to this entire series in the description box, just in case you're playing catch up. You can just find it all right there in the description box. As usual, I cannot wait to see you guys on the next video.